March 3rd, 1845, Florida became the 27th state of the Union. Since then, Florida has grown from being one of the least populated states in the Union to the third most populated behind California and Texas. Why is Florida such a major destination for migrants from other countries and other states? Discover with me as I drone around Florida.
So today, we're going to visit the city of Riviera Beach in Palm Beach County. Now, this episode is going to be a bit tricky, and as I go on, you'll figure out why. Riviera Beach was incorporated on September 29th, 1922, and is also the easternmost city in Florida, with its easternmost point lying at approximately 80 degrees west longitude. For us locals, we like to divide the city into specific areas. For example, this area, which I shall call West Riviera Beach, is mostly commercial in nature, although there are a few gated and non-gated communities. Here you can find a few indoor recreational areas, the most notable of which is Rapids Water Park. Now from Congress Avenue to Federal Highway we have mostly residential areas, although there are also a lot of commercial buildings in and around this area. As we go east of Federal Highway, well, that's where things get tricky. In Florida, any waterfront property is going to cost you a pretty penny, so I'm sure you can imagine that the properties in this area are going to cost much more than they do in other areas of Riviera Beach. But let's start with this little island here, which is known as Phil Foster Park. Blue Heron Boulevard crosses from Continental Riviera Beach by means of a bridge, which goes through the island of Phil Foster Park, before entering Singer Island, which is not really an island, but we'll get to that later. Phil Foster Park is a true park with lots of parking spaces and permanent city-maintained barbecue grills. It is also a very popular spot for launching boats, as the entrance to the open sea is a short distance away. It is also a great spot for scuba dive training, and its tranquil waters are preferred by some as opposed to the open ocean. So let's leave Phil Foster Park and head south. Now, as we head south, we're going to pass over Peanut Island. Peanut Island is actually man-made. It was created in 1918 from dredged material as they created the Palm Beach Inlet and the Port of Palm Beach. As we head to the southern coastal border of Riviera Beach, we find this wonderful place that you definitely need to visit, the Manatee Lagoon. This is for all intents and purposes a manatee museum/park, and you can learn a lot about the Florida manatee right here. In the summer, it's hard to find manatees here as they tend to hang out in northern Florida. During the winter, the manatees migrate south towards the Florida Keys, but some manatees are like, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna stop here. The music is good. The liquor is cheap." Nah, I'm just kidding. Right beside the Manatee Museum, there's an electrical power plant. Seawater is used to cool the electrical turbines, and the manatees just love the warm sea water that is sent back to the intercoastal. Try visiting the museum in winter and you'll find lots of manatees gathered right here. As we return to Phil Foster Park, you can see that the water here is ideal for kayaking and other water sports. Peanut Island is a nice tourist spot, and some persons sail over to the island even by kayak and then enjoy the amenities that are there. To the left, we have the Port of Palm Beach. There is a Coast Guard station there, as well as a departure and arrival port for cruise ships. Currently, there are 2 cruise ships that travel to and from the Bahamas every day using this port. The ships depart on alternate days at 5 p.m. and arrive at 7 a.m. Let's check it out. So, as the cruise ship passed through the inlet, it passed Singer Island to the north. Singer Island is not exactly an island, rather, it is connected to the mainland further north in Palm Beach Gardens. The southern tip of Singer Island is not even part of the city of Riviera Beach. What? Yep, you heard me right. And don't ask me, okay? I'm just a messenger. Look it up on Wikipedia. Administratively speaking, this part of Singer Island is called Palm Beach Shores, and although they are not part of the city of Riviera Beach, they still receive certain essential services like water and garbage collection from the city of Riviera Beach. Go figure. The rest of Singer Island forms part of the city of Riviera Beach, but it's a whole different world, and from the pictures you can see why. Singer Island is lined with expensive condos, and with the Intercoastal and Marina a short distance away, boat owners can quickly get to the docks and launch their boats or yachts for a fishing trip, or even sail to the Bahamas or up the eastern US seaboard. And finally, we have this nice little spot here, and a public beach and picnic area where the general public can enjoy a picnic or a barbecue with their families, and they can also enjoy the beach. I personally really like this beach, and the reason why is that between the shore of the beach, the white sand beach, and the ocean, there's a sandbank that separates the bathing area from the open ocean. It serves as a kind of protection because even though sharks are not really popular in this area, they can pass through sometimes like 600 feet offshore, and you never know. But I like the sandbank because it serves as a natural barrier to the bathing area.